Well, good evening, everyone. My name's Jason. This is just Jason Keto and more. Every Thursday night, we have a live stream here on YouTube at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Just hanging out. Sometimes we have specific topics to discuss. Sometimes we're just doing Q&A like tonight. I posted something on the community tab this week and asked if you all had any questions. So I'm here to answer any questions you have tonight. Nothing too specific to talk about. If you're new here, welcome. A big welcome to the 223 new subscribers that have joined the community in the last 28 days. Super grateful for everyone that's here and anyone that's here for even a minute for the live streams. Really appreciate it more than you'll ever know. Just here to help in any way I can, be it with YouTube or diet and lifestyle, basically. So I can see from P&J's here, they can hear and see me, which is good. Thank you for that. So why don't we go back up to the top of the chat here before we get into the Q&A. As mentioned, P&J's is here. Great channel, great supporters. Carrie is in the house. Thanks for coming by, Carrie. Another regular to the Thursday night live streams here. Loretta and Jason off grid. They're doing some work, so they'll be in and out. Thank you for coming by. Who else do we have? We have Lynn, 22 Q Cats in the house. Thank you for coming in, Lynn. Definitely appreciate it. Another regular to the Thursday night live stream. Carrie saying today could be a Roe Delicious day since it's National Caviar Day here in the States. Yeah, that's interesting. I had no idea there was such a thing. I'm not against some caviar though. It's definitely tasty. Not sure that's truffle material, but hey, you never know. Maybe one of these days. And we have the Simple Alaskans in the house. I noticed that you changed the name of your channel this week. Kind of threw me for a loop, but that used to be Follow Alaska. So good to see everyone. We all have to do what we feel best for our channels. I've changed the name of this channel like 5 times since I started. So good to see you guys here. Thank you for coming by. We've got Kristen, Bella's Whisper Farmstead. Good to see you here, Kristen. Kristen's got an amazing garden going this summer. Same with P&J's. They've got quite the garden going on as well. We have 2 tomato plants that are growing out of control and just blowing up with all the rain and heat we've had here. They're kind of taking over the garden and blocking out my jalapeno plants. So I'm not sure how they're going to do, but yeah, it is what it is, right? So everyone's saying hi to each other here. Jevin Richardson's in the house. Good to see you, Jevin. Another Tuber Chat family member over saying hi. Yeah. Chaffle House Wiggle. Yeah. Speaking of the Chaffle House, if anyone wants to join in on the memberships, we have an entry-level membership that will eventually become the only level, called the Chaffle House for just $1.99 a month. Get you access to early access to videos, and we're going to do some other interactive stuff going forward. So that's just not trying to sell it to anyone, just to make sure everyone knows that that's available. Jevin's making a special video of them celebrating 1,000 subscribers. Good for you, Jevin. Congrats on that. Crimson Skies in the house. Thank you for coming by. The Bud Files are here. Thanks for coming by. Another another great channel. More great supporters. If you want to drop your a link to your channel, just type hashtag Thrive in the chat, and the Nightbot should drop your link for you. If Nightbot is actually here tonight, I'm not sure if I've seen it yet. Everyone is still saying hi. I can say that going to decaf is something I should have done sooner for coffee. Yeah. And Aisha's here. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you can hit the thumbs up, that would definitely be appreciated. It helps the Chanalytics get pushed out there for the channel and the live stream. The live streams have been doing really good lately, and I really appreciate all of the views that they're getting. It just shows the great support from this community. If you're a creator and you're on the fence about doing live streams, I know they're scary and they're, really nerve wracking and stressful and everything else, but I think it's worth doing and worth getting used to. Again, the first few times I did live streams, it terrified me. And, I guess that the one thing that everyone worries about is whether or not anyone's going to show up, and I had that fear. And, my first few live streams, there wasn't a lot of people here, but now look at us. We're usually 15 to 20 people hanging out here every week. So again, a big thank you to everybody that checks out the live streams. I know they're not super exciting, but I like to hang out with everyone. Just find out what's going on for the week. So yeah, 223 new subscribers in the last 28 days. It's been going crazy. I think I know where they're coming from and which video it is, but it's just, it goes crazy sometimes, and it's kind of hard to figure out why it's happening, but definitely appreciate it for sure. Thank you again for that. We left 2 last minute questions on our. Yeah, thank you for that. I've got the page opened up here. We'll go to that in a few minutes. May have to. Yep. So yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. Just want to make sure we keep caught up with the chat here so we can say hi to everyone's coming in. Okay, you can hear me from Texas. That's good to know. Everyone is still saying hi. Never had caviar. I would try it in a chaffle. Yeah, caviar is it's interesting for sure. Tasty. Caviar is awesome. I have to keep everyone on their toes. Yeah. Well, at least it didn't change change anything else. Like I recognized your avatar, so it didn't mess me up for too long. But yeah, I was like, okay, well, this must be someone I know that's just changed their channel. It didn't take too long to figure out, but yeah, keep people guessing for sure. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is here. Thank you for coming. Definitely appreciate it. Thanks for the share. Much appreciated. Nora is here. Thanks for coming by, Nora. Always appreciate the time you can spend over here. Lots of great channels here. Again, if you want to drop your channel link, just type hashtag Thrive. And if you're not connected with anyone that's here, please do so. Everyone here is great supporters, and they have some great content. Almost missed Chris coming in. Thanks for coming by, Chris. And K-Dog's in the house. Good to see you, Kendra. Thanks for coming by on Thursday night. Everyone's still saying hi. Just open up another window on my computer for Joe and Rachel for the live stream when it starts. Yeah, I have. I've just been dealing with a few minor issues with my computer not being able to keep up with the stuff that I'm doing uh, quite a bit, like rendering video files and stuff like that, and then trying to watch live streams and watch videos at the same time. It's kind of bogging it down a little bit. Um, but so I think a newer computer might be on the horizon in the somewhat new future, but that's the name of the game, I guess. It might once you get doing new things, you figure out you need newer people, newer things. This computer I'm running on right now is a refurbished system that I purchased a couple of years ago, specifically in mind for DaVinci Resolve to edit videos, and I've not once been able to create a video in that program without it crashing. So it is what it is. We make it work. Another piece of technology I picked up this week. I've got, you all know I have my GoPro that I make all of my recipe videos with. Well, now in the past I've just used the microphone on the GoPro, but now I'll be able to actually attach my wireless lav mics to the GoPro and record directly onto the GoPro memory with them. So I'm going to be using that this week for this week's video. So hopefully the audio is a little bit better. It's not terrible on the GoPro, but it could definitely be better. Everyone's saying hi here. Kendra's saying hi to everyone. What is your definition of living a keto life? I would love to understand how it impacts your health. So, a ketogenic lifestyle is basically trying to minimize the amount of carbohydrates that you eat on a daily basis. A rule of thumb as a base is that to live in ketosis, which is what we're striving for, is that you typically eat under 20 grams of carbohydrates per day. And then the rest of your diet is made up with whole food proteins and healthy fats. That allows your body to get into a state of ketosis, which allows your body to convert from using sugar as energy or glucose as energy into using fat instead. And then what happens is your body starts using the fat that you have stored on your body already, which most of us do, as fuel. So when you're in ketosis, you're in a fat adapted state where you're only using some dietary fat, but then also stored fat on your body as fuel. So essentially, that's what ketosis is. There's a lot more involved in it. Like it goes a lot deeper than that, but that's sort of what constitutes living a ketogenic lifestyle. So hopefully that answered the question good enough for now. If you want any more sort of detailed information, let me know and we can go over it for sure. Still saying hi. Yeah, I don't know how many times, million, billion, trillion, zillion times. Plus one, because if you hit it that many times, you need to hit it plus one to turn it back on again, right? Thanks, Carrie. Definitely appreciate it. I wonder if decaf would be a better option for me since I'm so annoyingly sensitive to any bit of increased Well, it's something to keep in mind, Kendra. I don't typically have decaf once in a while if I want a coffee later in the evening, but not too often. And everyone's saying hi still. Watching Fast and Furious right now. Uh, Thank you for that. Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks with one of my older videos getting a push, um, getting a whole bunch of views, and for a few days, and in 2 weeks, it was things were growing pretty quick there. So things have slowed down a little bit now, but again, just keep on keeping on. Gonna have another good video coming out Saturday this week, hopefully. So all we can do is our best and put out what makes us happy. And I think that's the way ultimately we all will all sort of prosper in YouTube, is just by putting out the content that makes us happy and is helpful for everybody else. So, what is my favorite Fast and Furious movie? Well, to be honest, I've probably only seen one, and that was the first one. So it's not really my kind of movie. Ultimately, I'm not super into watching a lot of movies, but to specifically answer that question, it would have to be the first one because that's the only one I've actually seen. So, um, I love it. This nickname has seeped into this YouTube family. Yep, you put it out there, so now you're gonna have to. Now it's gonna be something none of us will ever forget. So. Yeah, technology definitely is great whenever it works. Where did I get that from? I think you were asking about. So what this is it's just an accessory for my GoPro. If I can get the GoPro off the um, the mount here. This mount, by the way, if anyone's using a GoPro, these sort of clamp flexible mounts are great. So the way I film my recipe videos is this just clamps on the counter in front of me, and then I have my GoPro looking down. So this is a really cheap, nice uh, mount for your GoPro. And then what this is this is my GoPro 12 Black, and what I've got here is just basically it's a shell that the GoPro plugs into. So if I can get it unplugged here, so it just slides out. So this is the GoPro here. You just take the side cover off, and there's a USB port on it. And then, so this unit, which is called a media mod for the GoPro, the USB plugs in the side. And what that does is it gives the GoPro a external microphone that's built in. And then it also gives you, if I can show you on the back here, there's more ports that are built in too. So there's a audio input on it. There's a USB port so that you can download video or files to your computer and charge the battery through there. And then there's also a micro HDMI port on it so you can tie it to your computer. So it's a neat little mod. And then it's got there's a cold shoe on the top, and then there's another one on the side there, so you can mount things, like your like a this is the receiver for my wireless lav mics, and it's got a clip on the back that's the same size as a cold shoe, so it can just mount on the you can just mount it there, and then you just run a cable from there into the port going in on the audio. So it's a neat little mod. I think I got it from Best Buy. I think it was just over $100. Um, it's one of those mods I've been looking to get for a while because I wanted to be able to do better audio on my GoPro instead of just the onboard, like the built-in microphone. So that's what that's about, anyways. So hopefully it works out good. Okay, so you would laugh at my computer. It's 13 years old. Hopefully, when I can get a job soon, I can pick up something a little newer. Desktop of a tank. Yeah, it must be pretty big if it was that old. The one I'm running on right now is 5 years old, something like that. It was refurbished when I bought it. So that's, you know, we do what we can with what we have, right? That's basically what we have to do. Super chat, Kevin. Good to see you, Kevin. Thank you for coming by. I know I haven't been at your late live streams the last few times. Late nights live streams have definitely been hard for me to do lately. So, but we'll be back at it. It's just been really busy with different things, and my weekends have been tied up pretty bad lately. So, gotta go make your video. Thank you for coming by for sure. Everyone's saying hi. Loretta is multitasking. When I do keto, I don't go over 50 carbs. Is that too many carbs? The whole thing about doing keto is that it's not a one size fits all thing. I say 20 as a general rule. The 20 and under grams of carbs, it's more for someone looking to, let's say you're 50, 60 pounds overweight. That is a good way to kickstart ketosis kind of thing. Lots of people can do just fine, even up to 100 grams of carbs a day, depending on sort of what your metabolism is and sort of where you are in your health journey. So that's definitely, what that would be called is like a very low carb diet, which is great for lots of people. Like there's so many, the spectrum is so wide between, carnivore and low carb that anywhere you fit on that, some people can thrive at any part of it. So Kevin's saying hi to everyone. Kevin donated another gifted membership. Thanks for that, Kevin. Done that many times. Really appreciate it. I see that Kendra picked that up. So congrats, Kendra, on that. Together we travels here. Thank you for coming by. Another consistent face coming by the live stream every week. Like I was saying earlier, I definitely appreciate any time that anyone can spend here on the live stream. As we all know, live streaming can be hard enough, but when it's this interactive and it's this hard to keep up with the chat, it makes it so much easier. So what do we got here? Yep, Kendra picked it up. PJ's is posting one of my custom emojis there. I got to do some more work on those. I just started working on them and they're kind of blah, but we'll figure those out. Haven't quite completely figured out how to do them. Brenda's here. Good to see you, Brenda. And I still got which side? Never remember what side it is, but still have your Dash Mini waiting on the shelf for October. Ketopalooza is getting closer every day. It's can't wait to get down there and see everyone again. Oh, thank you for joining. Simple Alaskans are the first official member of the Chaffle House. Thank you for doing that. I definitely appreciate that. Pete's here. Thanks for coming by, Pete, even if it's in the background. Appreciate you being here anytime you can be. you haven't seen Pete's channel, he does scratch ticket battles every Tuesday at 12:15 p.m. Eastern. Lots of fun, tons of people there every week. Of course, I can never actually make it because I always wind up being busy when the the premiere's there. But lots of fun. Always make sure to go check out that video after it's done. And Kendra's gifting a membership too. Thank you, Kendra. Definitely appreciate it. I think I saw Carrie pick that up. So Carrie's been a member before. So that is awesome. We got an awesome magnet. Can put it anywhere. Not sure what that was in reference to. Was that to do with your microphones, Loretta? Let me know what that is. The other nice thing I like about these, like this is the piece that you wear. You know, I've seen a lot of people, what they do now is they just, you know, you can clip it on your hat, but then it's got there's a magnet on the back of it. It's a pretty strong magnet here. So you can actually put the magnet inside your shirt and just clip it to your shirt. This, if you have been thinking about getting a wireless lavalier mic, this is I don't know if I can get that to focus on there, but that's the Neewer CM28. It's a really affordable, halfway decent quality. You can spend a lot more on them than this. And I don't really think you need to. Like, these seem to be doing really good. So that's what those are. Would sign hi to Pete. What else we got here? Yeah, Loretta and Jason's channel just hit 1,000 subscribers too, so that's awesome. Thinking someone said 86 days to KPL. That's exciting. Yeah, it's you know, it'll be here before we know it. We're busy trying to come up with other things we're going to do while we're in Kentucky. That we went and did some exploring last year, so hopefully we can get to some other different areas this year. We're going to be there a day early this year, so hopefully, last year I didn't get to see any of Louisville, so this year we're going to spend some time just exploring around the hotel on the Friday. So let's see, make sure I haven't missed anything. My birthday is Saturday. Hubby taking me to Boco. Prosciutto stuffed chicken with cream pesto sauce. That sounds good. And happy early birthday to you. That's exciting. The GoPro. Okay, yeah. You can get the mount arms like this that have a magnet down here. That's really strong. So you can get shorter versions of this too. I'm actually looking at getting. This is an 8-section mount. I'm looking at getting a bigger one because I'd like to have it a little more over, or I might look at getting a boom arm that goes up beside me and then looks straight down. So just little improvements here and there. So we get to meet my wife this year. It's maybe hard to say. If she wants to, she sort of left me to my sort of having fun last year. I didn't really know what I was getting into at KPL last year. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens for sure. Yeah, if you're looking for questions, you should put that on your your community tab, Jevon. We're kind of busy doing other things here. So yeah, if you want to ask questions, I would suggest putting them on your community tab. Put a post up like I've had on mine. Get some questions. Yeah. Okay. So we're actually down to the bottom of the chat. So let's go through these questions. I don't know if you guys can see this, but we'll start with the one from Loretta and Jason off grid. They said, I know you eat super healthy, but what do you do for exercise? So that's the one at the bottom down here. Again, I don't know. Maybe I can make that a bit bigger here and get rid of that. So for exercise, I don't do any sort of targeted exercising or specific exercise per se. I'm lucky that I have a job that's quite active. It's easy enough for me to do 10 to 15,000 steps a day. And I'm up and down stairs and up and down ladders and lifting heavy things all day. And then on the weekends, I'm busy doing work around the house kind of thing. So again, I'd like to definitely at some point, I'm going to get into doing some more, specific exercising, resistance bands and stuff like that. Just one of those things where it's procrastination and not just doing it. And, ultimately would probably make for some half decent content. But I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. Thankfully, I'm able to stay fairly active with my job. Like I'm not sitting all day, thankfully. So that really helps keep me active. And then, like I say, it's even on the weekends, I'm quite often doing projects around the house. Like last week, I spent, I think it was 7 hours doing some repairs on my deck. So it was a harder day's work than I'm used to, even at my 9-to-5 job. So again, I'd like to get into doing some more active workouts and stuff like that. And I intend to eventually, but so far we haven't got there. So yeah, that's half me just being lazy and not taking the time to do it, which I think happens to a lot of us. But we'll get there eventually. I've seen a couple more people come in here. Rick from Twin Brook Acres is here. Got Tiffany from Canadian Family Life has come by. Thank you for that. We've got Ruby from Rushing Wind Mountain in the house. Good to see you, Ruby. So the next question is from Kendra. Consume the goodness. Are you the only one in your house that eats low carb? Yes, I am. Truthfully, I would say that I'm the only one at the moment in my family and in my sort of group of friends that eats low carb. The only other people I know that eat low carb are people I've met here on YouTube and on Facebook and Instagram. So just kind of disheartening a little bit. I don't talk about what I do. I just try and lead by example. But it's all you can do. Again, you can only do your best, and just keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully people will follow. But yeah, specifically, I am the only one in the household that eats low carb. So, and then we've got P&J's Homestead Adventures. They've got a sort of two-parter here. What are your hobbies and favorite music? Hobbies, I guess ultimately YouTube has sort of taken over my uh, sort of main focus as far as hobbies go. The um, I do, I get out and golf whenever I can, play hockey whenever I can for sports, hang out with my grandkids. I guess if that's a hobby, whenever I can. Um, like I say, I like to build things. I like consider looking after my lawn and making it look as good as I can. A hobby. Um, Working on technology, building my computer up, upgrading my computer. Figuring out new things. Sort of that's kind of stuff I enjoy doing for sure. Favorite music. It's kind of all over the place, really, as far as what I listen to. You know, um, I can go anywhere. If I'm listening to YouTube music in the car or something, it's anywhere from Led Zeppelin, Linkin Park, Metallica, Eminem, like even into the some of the hip hop stuff, and I'm just all over the place. I'm not much into country music per se, and a lot of the new music I'm not really interested in, but a lot of classic music, you know, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Ozzy Osbourne. I think I've seen Ozzy Osbourne in concert about 6 times over the years. And then back in the 80s, it was, Whitesnake and Poison and Guns N' Roses and all those groups that we used to go see those concerts all the time. So that's sort of the music that I grew up on. But ultimately, it's kind of all over the place. Usually I just start listening to something that I am interested in, and then I let YouTube music pick what's next. And, a lot of times I listen to it, sometimes I skip it. So that's about that for my musical taste, anyways. And then we had one other comment on this. It's from a channel, Fine Dining. It's worth a look at their channel. I can even post a link for you guys in the channel or in the chat if I can find it here. It's a couple. They do review videos, and they do some intros that are just amazing. I'm just trying to figure out how I get to their channel here. No, maybe I can just. Okay, so this is Fine Dining here. Jen and Drew. They do all sorts of different food reviews, but they have these sort of intros that they do to music, and they put their faces on the bodies of other people when they do the songs. It's really entertaining, and they're a great couple of people. So definitely, if you want some entertainment, go check them out. But they did leave a comment saying that they were going to come up with a question, but they were stumped at the moment. But yeah, definitely appreciate them getting involved. So that's really, those were the questions there. So thank you for that, for responding to that post on the community page. We'll do more of those for sure as we go forward. Golf is awesome. Yeah, I used to golf quite a bit. We used to golf in a league once a week, and then golf on the weekends as well. And It's weird. It's one of those things where since I started keto and lost a bunch of weight, I actually got out of golfing for a while, for not because of that, but for other reasons. And then when I went and golfed in a tournament last fall for the first time in like 4 years, it was amazing. Like when you go from being 280 pounds to now what I am, 210 now, it completely changed the way I golf, which is weird, but I still enjoy it. Get out as much as I can for sure. Yeah, yeah, the grandkids are definitely a great time. Sounds like they're going to come over. We're going to bring them over for the day on, or for a few hours on Saturday this weekend. Get out there, play some soccer, and chase some kids around for a few hours. I've only had one chaffle to choose from. What would it be? Yeah, I think we have. It's hard to say, it's not just the chaffle part, but I'm almost going to say that the one I did last Saturday, the rye bread chaffles with the pastrami and Swiss cheese, that was close to one of the best tasting sort of chaffle sandwiches I've had so far. It was definitely worth the extra work of making those. It was really good. You know, some of the past ones that I've really liked is the jalapeno and cream cheese. They're really good. That's a really good combination. I like, I've done one with like chopped up pepperonis and green olives and cream cheese in a chaffle. That's a really good one as well. And then the chocolate chunk ice cream sandwich chaffle that I made a couple of weeks ago was another winner. You say there's so many of them that it's kind of hard to choose, but those are some of the highlight ones. I know I was talking, I think last week, to someone. I mentioned it on here. I wasn't able to find the Lily's sugar-free chocolate chips anywhere locally, but I've since found some on a Canadian retailer, like a website. So I'm going to order some different flavors of those and make some different chaffles with them coming up. So that'll be fun, because Lily's makes, like they make baking chocolate, they make semi-sweet chocolate chips, they make white chocolate chips, they make peanut butter chocolate chips, they make peppermint chocolate chips and stuff like that. So they're all good things to add in. And like I say, they're just sweetened with I think it's stevia, maybe monk fruit. I can't remember specifically, but they are sugar-free and lower carbs. So definitely be on the lookout for that. To be quite honest with you, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do for a chaffle recipe this week, but we'll come up with something. I think I'm actually have the day off work tomorrow, so that'll give me lots of time to figure out and film what we're going to do for Saturday. But again, if you ever have any suggestions or chaffles that you'd like to see me try, you can always reach me at my email, jasonketo@gmail.com. Or if you have any comments or questions regarding anything regarding keto, or even YouTube questions, I'm not by any means the YouTube go-to guru or anything, but I've learned a few things, the last few years, and always happy to help with anybody that has questions of any kind. You can reach out to me on my email or on Instagram, which is just underscore Jason underscore keto on Instagram. I always get notifications of messages over there. So, like I say, feel free to message me on either way if you have questions about any of this stuff. So, Need a possum chaffle. Do we, Carrie? Do we really need a possum chaffle? I don't know. Maybe I'll find something that's not possum and just call it a possum chaffle. Maybe we can do that. Because I don't think I'm going to find possum here. Well, I probably could, but no one would want it. That one would definitely have to go under the will it chaffle category for sure. Yeah, I know you're being silly, Carrie. I'm just playing along. Like I say, I don't know what we could pass off as possum. Can you imagine the comments you get if you put out a possum chaffle recipe? Oh man, I can just imagine some of the crazy comments you get from something like that. Canned possum, yeah, yeah. I haven't seen that on the shelf. That's for sure. I have thought about doing some other canned seafood chaffles. I've done tuna and I've done salmon, um, but I've been thinking about doing things like I don't know. Personally, I want to try and do a smoked oyster chaffle because I love smoked oysters. Not sure it would go too well with with the community, but I'd also like to do like a crab meat chaffle at some point. Just these are just some of the ideas rattling around in my head. There's lots of good canned seafood out there. P&J's is saying oysters. Yeah, like I say, I've got canned smoked oysters in the cupboard right now. I love eating those things just straight out of the can. So maybe I'll give that a try. Crab rangoon. Well, I'd have to look up what that actually is, Kendra, but maybe. I'm not exactly sure what makes it a rangoon, but I've also picked up a butter chicken spice kit to make. It's just a bunch of spices in a box that you can put in with your chicken. So, and it's got fairly good ingredients, so that might be an idea. Just make up the butter chicken. I've got everything I need to make a curried chicken chaffle as well. So I just have to get around to making that one. No shellfish for Tiffany. Yeah, like you say, it's one of those things where, again, it would be uh, a lot of people wouldn't like it. When I have made sardine chaffles in the past, I have a video about that, and that really turned a lot of people off too, because it's one of those things where if you like sardines, it's one thing, but most people just really hate sardines. So, but I think that was one of the Willet Chaffle videos as well. Uncle Big Guy's here. No, never late. Thanks for coming by. Always appreciate it. Shredded beef, barbecue beef chaffle. Yeah, we could that would definitely uh, be something. Even doing like a shredded chicken chaffle. Because quite often the way I do, or one of my recipes that I make, and I can't remember if I've got a video about it, but I just take like skinless, boneless chicken breast and then throw 5 or 6 of them in the Instant Pot and then cook them for 20, 25 minutes. And then I put some chicken stock in there with them. And then once it's cooked, then I shred it all up. And then I can, you could put that on chaffles with some barbecue sauce and what have you, some low carb coleslaw with homemade mayonnaise. That sounds like a decent enough meal to me. But yeah, barbecue beef shredded beef would be good. You can do that in the Instapot as well. Just throw beef, cuts of beef in the Instapot and cook it for 20, 25 minutes, and then it'll be tender enough to shred. So, yeah, yum for sure. All these ideas, maybe the a shredded chaffle or shredded chicken chaffle sandwich. Let's look at doing that for our next live cook along. We could do that for that video. Speaking of which, I need to look at the date, but tentatively speaking, next Saturday, the 27th, I may be able to do a live cook along during the day that day. So I'll put it up on the community tab, see if anyone would be interested in that. But doing a shredded chicken chaffle sandwich would be a good thing to do for that kind of live stream. So thanks for coming by. Definitely appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your evening. We're just about going to wrap up here soon too. So, and yeah, that's another thing too. If there's anything you want to see in a live cook along, or if you're interested, like, I don't know if anyone would be interested in doing, something where we all cook the same thing at the same time. I don't know. Other people have done that in the past. But again, lots of good ideas out there. And if you have any ideas that you want to check out, again, you can reach out to me by email or Instagram. So when saying goodbye here, have a great night, Carrie. We will see you next week, hopefully. Definitely appreciate you coming by. So yeah, I think that's about it. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed this sort of Q&A format for a live stream. We'll come up with a topic to discuss next week for the live stream, and then be on the lookout. 7 p.m. Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern this Saturday. So the 20th, I'll premiere this week's chaffle recipe video for y'all to enjoy. And that's about it. Thanks for those that gifted the memberships, and thanks for picking up that membership, guys. I really appreciate it. The support from this community is really amazing, and we're getting there. Hopefully slowly but surely we'll get to the point where we can do more of this and less of the things I don't really enjoy doing for work. But slowly but surely. But it's all because of the support that you guys have shown the channel. So with that being said, we will wrap things up, and hope you all have a great weekend. We'll see you back here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern next Thursday for another live stream. Till then, keep on thriving, my friends.